guys, it's Mr. Olli, and it's time once again to talk about animal adaptations, specifically tails. I don't have one of those. With help from the book, What If You Had an Animal Tail? Written by Sandra Markle, illustrated by Howard McWilliam. What if one day when you woke up, threw back the covers, and got out of bed, something felt different? What if, overnight, you'd grown a wild animal's tail? Remember, guys, you're going to want to get your science journals ready to go. You're going to hear about a few different animals and their special tails. Pick the one you like best and write about it in your science journal. All right, here we go. Peacock. A male peacock has a tail with feathers up to 6 feet long that can fan across its back. The feathers have eye-like spots in beautiful colors like blue, green, and gold. This bird sheds and regrows its tail feathers each year just in time for the mating season. The peacock uses them to win a female mate called a peahen. The bigger the fantail and the more eye spots displayed, the better the peacock's chances of gaining a mate. Fact: each peacock's tail has its own special pattern of eye spots and shimmering colors. If you had a peacock's tail, fans would always flock to see you. Giraffe. A giraffe's tail is a record holder. Including the tail tuft, it can be up to 8 feet long. That makes it the longest tail of any land mammal. The bottom half of a giraffe's tail is a long tuft of hair, but the top half is muscle and separate tailbones. These tailbones allow the tail to bend at each joint, which is where the bones meet, so a giraffe can swish its tail to swat away any biting bugs with its long tail tuft. Fact: every giraffe has its own unique spot pattern all over its body, including on its long tail. If you had a giraffe's tail, you wouldn't need a brush to paint a masterpiece. Rattlesnake. A rattlesnake has a built-in alarm system at the tip of its tail. When the snake shakes its tail, it makes a noisy rattle that means, "Leave me alone." As a baby, a rattler has just a button at its tail tip. The rattle forms and grows longer as the rattlesnake gets older. Every time the snake grows and sheds its old skin, a new segment is exposed at the base of the tail, adding another part to the rattle. When a rattlesnake rattles, it shakes its tail back and forth about 60 times a second. If you had a rattlesnake's tail, you'd have the perfect instrument to play in a band. Beaver. A beaver's tail is a broad, flat paddle covered with leathery scales. An adult beaver's tail can be more than a foot long, about a third of the length of its body. In the water, a beaver's tail is the perfect rudder, steering the animal while it swims with its webbed back feet. When a predator comes close, a beaver smacks its tail hard on the water's surface to warn its family there's danger and hopefully scare away the predator. Fact: on land, a beaver uses its strong, stiff tail as a prop while munching leaves or gnawing down trees. If you had a beaver's tail, you'd make the biggest splash in the pool. Spider monkey. A spider monkey can use its long tail to grab something and hold on. The monkey's tail helps it stay safe as it swings through the trees. Its tail muscles are so strong that the spider monkey can even dangle by just the end of its tail. It's the perfect safety line while climbing with all 4 feet, or when there's no place to sit while the monkey is out on a limb picking fruit to eat. Fact: a baby spider monkey wraps its tail around its mother like a seatbelt when it rides on her back. If you had a spider monkey's tail, you'd be a star trapeze performer. Our last one, a red kangaroo. Remember, have those science journals ready. You're going to pick one of these animals and then write about it. Even draw about it if you want to. A red kangaroo uses its big tail like a 5th leg while hopping. To hop, the kangaroo leans forward until its front feet are touching the ground. Next, propped up by its tail, the kangaroo swings both of its hind feet ahead of its front legs, and when it springs forward, its big tail keeps it balanced. Hopping this way, red kangaroos have been clocked traveling as fast as 40 miles per hour. Fact: when a male red kangaroo is fighting for a mate, he balances on his tail and tiptoes to look bigger. If you had a red kangaroo's tail, you'd have no trouble standing out on the dance floor. A wild animal's tail could be fun for a while, But you don't need a tail to swat flies or scare off predators. You can get by without a tail to hang from or to help you swim faster than your dinner, and you're great on your own, even without a fantail to show off. But if you could keep a wild animal tail for more than a day, what kind would be right for you? Thank you guys for listening. Have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.